Tsogo Sun, of course, we're bringing it home now, owns Southern Sun Hotels and a number of gaming venues, so including Montecasino north of Johannesburg. Just to add here, they've got 90 hotels in their portfolio and 14 casinos.
Yep.
They are geographically spread out, so they have got obviously South Africa, they've got the Seychelles, and they've got Middle East and then Africa portfolios as well.
It's a huge hotels portfolio, because remember it's Sun International, it's not Sun International,
Southern Sun.
Southern Sun,
So
and
19
the Intercontinental group of hotels as well.
Sandton Convention Centre they also have in their portfolio.
Bingo. And then of course in some of these key markets, those core casinos like Suncoast, Gold Reef is there as well, so they're the dominant player in Gauteng as well.
28.2 billion rand, price to earnings ratio of 13.7 and a dividend yield here of 3.6%. Let's look at Tsogo. This is trading at around 25, 26, 27 rand. Your thoughts, having spoken again to Marcel recently, he feels that the market is really not giving them the appropriate rating here.
Yeah, look, I agree with Marcel. I've known him for a long time. I first met him about 10 years ago. We went to Dubai and had to look at the operations up, the start of their operations up there. And you know, they've got, as you were saying, Bronwyn, they have a great operation. They've got probably the biggest footprint of owned properties in South Africa. And they run their hotels extremely well. And if you go to places like Montecasino, the hardcore gaming side of things, you know, if you look at the non-gaming part of it, it's incredible the job they've done in terms of getting the footfall and getting people to come and do things that are not necessarily gaming oriented. If you go out to the one in Krugersdorp, the name always Silver Star, and that's right. Again, they've revamped that, having bought it from that other crowd that they took over a couple of years ago. So, you know, this really is a solid operation. It's also got probably the best BE credentials of any of the gambling companies that I can think of. And I could go on.
You talk about the gaming and the gambling element of their business. Now, although you've got the 90 hotels and the 14 casinos, the revenue is 65% from the gaming revenue element.
And the beauty of that is you take all of those wonderful cash flows, and then you can reinvest them. And that was a problem for them for a long time. Where on earth do you invest all of that? You know, particularly when the economy is booming. It's not so much of a problem now where you've got an economy that's languishing a bit, but yet it does present a little bit of a problem if you have to go and then reinvest that elsewhere.
Paul, have we looked at Tsogo seriously before as an investment?
You know, we've tended in this conversation to alternate between City Lodge, which we'll talk about in a bit, and
Sun International.
But we have owned HCI, which is the empowerment entity that owns like 45% or something of Tsogo, which then, you know, gives it the credibility that Chris refers to. I think
let's just look at the share price graph again.
Yeah, so you can see it has picked up a bit in 2016, so it is getting a little bit of love, but it has a very flat performance in between, having done extremely well in 2011, 2012 when it came to the market through the Gold Reef takeover and reverse listing. Remember, it came out of the SAB family, SAB Miller, and it had kind of gotten to the market through the reverse of those assets into the shell.
Also a huge refurbishment program almost complete throughout the operation, which means that the bulk of the capex has been spent.
Although they are
still
spending some money on Suncoast, but they're like adding retail malls and extending these things and so on. So typically quite cautious, clever. We have not mentioned one other thing, and that's buying their way into the Cape Metropole. That process has been a little bit deferred, but it looks like getting that 20% stake or thereabouts in SunWest.
Do people make the decision here, as potentially we have, between either owning Tsogo or Sun International?
Yes, I think so. And sometimes people get confused because the names are so similar sounding, and you have to do a bit of homework in this one. But as far as I'm concerned, I've always been, you know, as far as I'm concerned, the Southern Sun is the preferred
What were
one.
you saying about people getting confused?
There you go, even I get confused.
Go with Tsogo and Sun International. Are we hot on Tsogo?
I'm hot on Tsogo, yes.
Paul?
Operationally delivering, so yeah, let's go
You're
hot on that one.